Everybody, and welcome to our week number 4 Twitch live stream. I hope everybody had a great Twitch. You don't want to hear a repeat of me talking to myself on my phone. I was saying I hope all of you had a wonderful Halloween. I ate way too much candy as I always do. I can't believe it's November 1st and we are in week number 4. So what I want to do today is kind of go over what we have going on this week, which will be a couple of discussions. We do have exam number 2. We're right in the middle of our week 3-4 chunk. And thank you so much for all of you joining me live today. It's been so windy and warm. It definitely feels like it's November at this point. So let's go ahead and head over to Canvas together and go through what we have going on. So again, we are right here. We're in week number 4. Week number 3 is still open for you, and everything from weeks 3 and 4 is due by this Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. So if you haven't done the stuff from week number 3, make sure that you do get going on that. And then obviously the stuff from this week that we're going to talk about today. So if we go to week number 4, and then wait. This week we're looking at chapter 7 and 8. So we're looking at the topics of memory and cognition. So for the chapters, make sure as always you do 3 things, right? Make sure you read the chapter in the ebook. Make sure you read through the lecture, watch any videos that are in there, click on any links I provide, and then don't forget to also watch the lecture video. And you'll do that for chapter 8 as well. You do have 2 discussions this week, which are connected to chapter 7 and 8. So let's take a look at those together. Discussion number 7, as always, you have my instructions up here. Remember to be detailed in your responses and to elaborate. Don't forget that peer response, which is worth 2 points. My video, for this one, you definitely will need to watch the video. I hope you're watching them anyway, but you'll need to watch this one to get a 28-digit sequence of letters and numbers. If you were taking this class with me in person, you would have to memorize this. Luckily for you, you just have to write about how you would do that. So you're going to watch the video to get the 28-digit sequence. And then if you needed to hold on to it in order and you had no way of writing it down, you had to only rely on your memory, how would you hold on to it for a matter of seconds? What would be your best strategy? And then how would you hold on to it for several days? And I'm looking for you to give me different strategies for the seconds versus days. They should be a little bit different. And make sure that you really describe and give me specifics, right? So if you're creating a story, make sure you give me the story. If you are putting it in like chunking form, show me how you would do that, right? So make sure that you elaborate. You're also going to describe in detail 2 specific strategies in the book or lecture that you could use to help you remember content when you're studying for an exam. And then do you have any personal tips for memory that you would like to share? What are some of the strategies that you might use in your personal life to help you remember important information? And you'll hit reply and answer these questions here. And then don't forget to also reply to a classmate. If we go back, discussion number 8 is linked to the topic of cognition. So for discussion number 8, again, my instructions, same things, where I think about it as a mini paper, elaborate, and so on. Watch my video. For this one, in your own words, how would you define intelligence? You can write out a definition or kind of describe attributes or behaviors that you think of with people who are intelligent. What are some things you can do to increase your intelligence? And then the book and the lecture, I talked about 3 different things that a test should have in order to be a good test of intelligence. You see my cat's head popping into the video here. What are those 3 things? Make sure you describe them. You might give me an example of something to kind of bring them together. Don't forget to also reply to a classmate. So you have your 2 discussions this week as always. And then you also have exam number 2. And the same format and style as exam number 1. So if you did well on that, you hopefully will do fantastically on this one as well. The study guide is right here underneath. Okay, so make sure that you are looking at the study guide, that you know everything that is on here. If it's on the study guide, it will be on the test. So this one's on chapters 5, 6, 7, and 8. So know everything here related to consciousness, learning, memory, and cognition. Again, if it were me, as I mentioned before, I would probably like write or type out each one of these terms and then have it in front of me during the exam. That way I'm not trying to find the information in addition to answering the questions If you're trying to look things up, you are going to be very tight on time, if not run out of time. So just make sure that you're really mindful of that. Same reminders as the last exam. The exam is on the ebook site. And just like last time, you have 75 minutes and one attempt to complete the exam. Please make sure you complete it before Sunday night, right? Once that deadline passes, it's too late. So make sure that you're really mindful of that and on it. You are welcome to use your notes and book, but again, make sure that you have studied and prepared. If you're trying to look stuff up, you're going to struggle a little bit. Make sure that you give yourself every opportunity to be successful. So make sure you have good internet connection, that you do have 75 minutes to complete it, that you don't wait until Sunday night when your chances of things going wrong are higher. So try to do all of those things to make sure you set yourself up for success. And don't forget to also save all of your responses, right? Before you submit, you need to make sure they're all that like orange gold color and saved. Also remember that the score does not come over to Canvas automatically. So don't worry if you don't see it in Canvas. I will be bringing those over on Monday after the deadline has passed. So those are the big things for this week, right? Read the chapters, do the 2 discussions, complete the exam. The video recording of this will obviously be posted a little bit later. And then I do have an extra credit question and a couple of reminders for you before we call it a day, kind of keeping it short and sweet here. I'm sure some of you are very candy hungover from yesterday. Maybe we'll say candy, right? I did definitely have too much candy. So a couple of quick reminders for you. The first one, if you could please take a moment to make sure, as usual, that you are subscribed. Some of you might have fallen off. It's only good for 30 days, and we are in week number 4. So if you notice that you no longer have the little crown or football cake next to your name, if you could renew that, that would be fantastic. Or if you've never done it, this would be a good time to still figure it out. If you're watching this later as a recording, if you're subscribed, you can still do the extra credit questions. So again, a couple of reasons to make sure that that is up and running. The other reminder I have for you, our next Twitch live stream, let me put this here in the chat. So our next Twitch live stream will be on Wednesday, November 8th, 11/8 at 11:30 in the morning. Okay, so that will be our live stream. I'll go over some feedback from everything from this week and last week once everything's been graded. Then we'll talk about what we have going on for next week. So that'll be on Wednesday. The other thing, if there aren't any questions for me, is let me give you the Twitch extra credit question, and then I'll hang out for a little bit and see if any of you do have any questions. So here's the extra credit question for this week. This is the week number 4 Twitch extra credit question. So I'm going to put it here in the chat. Okay. So our short-term memory can hold 7 plus or minus 2 pieces of information. What does that mean? So what does it mean that our short-term memory can hold 7 plus or minus 2 pieces of information? And this is something I definitely talked about in the lecture and the textbook. When you're ready to answer that, you'll go back to Canvas. And since we're in week 4, you'll click on optional Twitch extra credit number 4 right here. And then up at the top, click on start assignment. And that brings up this text box where you can type your response. And when you're done and feel good about it, you'll hit submit, get your little confetti burst, and 4-leaf clovers, right, for November, naturally, right, not turkeys or something. And again, I hope you're taking advantage of these. You know, they are going to add up. Those points are going to be really helpful for like a missed discussion or a couple of points off on a discussion or exam. Other than that, again, kind of keeping it short and sweet today. If you have any questions, I will hang out for a little while and see if you do. You're welcome to put it in the chat. Otherwise, again, I hope you all had a fantastic holiday. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will hope to see you all for our live stream for week number 5 next week. So I'm going to minimize my video, but I will hang out for a little while if you have any questions for me. Otherwise, have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next week. Thank you as well. Thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful rest of the day, everyone. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Great rest of your week. And I am still here. If any of you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them for you. Yes, so that's a great question, right? So everyone does enter REM sleep. So you might not remember your dreams, but we all do dream. And it's interesting, we actually dream less and less the older that we get. And so that's actually one of the theories as to why our memory declines. But even babies dream, even our pets dream. You can sometimes see dogs and cats dreaming a little bit. But yes, we do all enter that, and even if we don't remember the actual dreams. Yes, you're totally able to renew that free version of the subscription. So all you have to do is go to my Twitch page and then you click on, so like if you go to my Twitch page, and I'm not sure I can show you, I'll have to show you on somebody else's page. But let's see, if you go to, let's see, I'll go to like a random football one that I follow. But if you go on to Twitch, and let me move this screen a little bit so you can see it better. You click on this little purple bar right here, on the drop down menu, and all the way at the bottom, see how it says use Prime sub. When you click on that, then you can resubscribe for free with Prime, and that's all you have to do to renew that. And you do that every 30 days or so, and then you should be set. Of course. So, is there a reason why some people wake up easier than others, even when the individual's entered? So, REM sleep. So, the deepest stages of sleep are stages 3 and 4. And in stages 3 and 4, we're like very deeply asleep. It's actually very hard to wake someone up. But in the lighter stages of sleep, like stages 1 and 2, we wake up very, very easily and for almost no reason. So it could be that some people are don't do as much deep sleep. I definitely am one of those people who like never wake up when anything happens, and my partner wakes up at the tiniest sound. So I think some people are just a little bit more sensitive, and maybe don't enter as deep of a sleep cycle as everyone else. But I'm not sure that we actually know. There's so much about sleep that we wildly don't know. Yeah, of course. Sleep is fascinating, right? There's so much that we don't know, and it's so interesting.